Welcome to Studio House Design, where timeless vintage charm meets cozy, elegant living. Today, we're diving into the romantic and rustic sophistication of Amy Chalmers' Parisian antique interiors. If you love classic decor filled with stories and soul, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's explore vintage beauty together. There's something incredibly charming about walking up to a home that already whispers its story before you even step inside. Amy Chalmers' front exterior is timeless. Think soft patina shutters, aged stone planters, and delicate iron lanterns. The curb appeal is pure vintage romance with a Parisian soul. Once you step into the foyer, you're greeted with character in every corner. An antique mirror leans just so, reflecting the glow of a crystal sconce. The walls are softly faded, the kind of paint that tells you it's been kissed by time. It's intimate, yet grand in its quiet elegance. The living room feels like a gentle embrace, every piece with a story. The furniture is mismatched in the best way, with linen slipcovers and chipped paint finishes. There's something so unpretentious and real about it, yet it all flows together like poetry in a French novel. And then there's the fireplace, truly the heart of the space. The mantel is adorned with antique gilded frames, dried roses, and a vintage clock ticking gently in the background. It's less about decoration and more about memory, warmth, and soulful styling that feels lived in but incredibly intentional. In the formal dining room, the mood shifts just slightly. There's a softness, yes, but also a subtle sense of drama. Ornate chairs gather around a weathered farm table. A crystal chandelier hangs low, catching candlelight in a way that makes dinner feel like a scene from another century. The kitchen is a blend of rustic functionality and French flair. Exposed shelving holds old copper pots, mismatched china, and vintage canisters. It's not sleek and modern, and that's the point. The worn-wood countertops, the aged tile. Every imperfection here is part of the kitchen's undeniable soul. Tucked just off the kitchen is a pantry that feels more like a secret treasure trove. Glass jars lined up like soldiers, baskets filled with dried herbs, and little handwritten labels. It's like stepping into an old-world apothecary, functional, beautiful, and brimming with slow-living charm. The breakfast corner is what mornings should feel like. Sunlight streaming through gauzy curtains, a bistro table with delicate legs, and two vintage chairs that probably came from a Paris flea market. Here, coffee isn't rushed. It's sipped slowly with fresh croissants and the occasional good book. In the master bedroom, there's this enveloping calm. A vintage canopy bed dressed in faded linen, soft pillows, and an antique vanity with brush sets laid out like a ritual. It's a place for rest, for dreaming, where romance meets old-world elegance in the subtlest, most beautiful ways. The guest bedroom feels like an embrace of comfort and story. There's an old iron bed, a lace curtain catching the breeze, and perhaps a small table with a ceramic pitcher of wildflowers. Everything here whispers hospitality, like it's waiting to wrap your guests in warmth and nostalgia. The main bathroom channels French countryside glamour without trying too hard. A freestanding clawfoot tub, soft candlelight, and a large gilded mirror above a marble sink. It's luxurious, yes, but not flashy. The details here are meant to soothe, to slow you down, and remind you to breathe. The powder room, though small, is a showstopper. Wallpaper with faded floral prints, a petite vintage sink, and maybe a gilt-framed mirror that's slightly tarnished, perfectly imperfect. It's a little jewel box of charm, where guests can pause and feel wrapped in rustic refinement for just a moment. Even the hallways in Amy's home hold character. Framed sketches, faded sconces, and runner rugs that look like they've been tread upon for decades. Each step down the hallway is like moving through a story, with corners and details that invite you to linger and look closer. There's a little reading nook that's just perfect. Tucked under the eaves or in a sunny corner, it's layered with books, pillows, and throws. A mismatched lamp glows softly beside a comfy chair. You can just imagine curling up here for hours, lost in your favorite pages. Amy's craft space isn't just functional, it's enchanting. An old table with paint splatters and scissors, lace trims hanging from a peg rail, and glass jars filled with buttons and beads. It's a room that inspires creativity without pressure. Here, the imperfections are part of the process. Even the laundry room has a soul. Wicker baskets, a porcelain sink, and maybe a shelf lined with lavender sachets and old linens. It's a space where utility meets beauty, where folding clothes feels less like a chore and more like participating in a quiet domestic ritual. Inside a linen cabinet or closet, the charm continues. Carefully folded vintage textiles, embroidered pillowcases, and sachets of dried rose petals tucked between stacks. It's not clutter. It's curated softness, like a hidden world of fabric and fragrance meant only for those who know where to look. Look up and you'll notice it. Ceiling beams with age and patina, maybe a pressed tin detail or subtle medallions around a chandelier. The ceiling isn't just structural, it's part of the romance. In Amy's world, every surface has a purpose, a texture, and a chance to whisper elegance. Underfoot, the floors tell their own story. Time-worn wood planks may be creaky, may be uneven, but honest. A beautiful aged rug anchors a space, softening the room with muted tones. It's the kind of flooring that welcomes barefoot steps and makes every room feel grounded and real. And finally, stepping into the back garden feels like entering a living painting. Climbing roses, old stone pathways, iron bistro chairs under a vine-covered pergola. The garden is a continuation of the house's soul, romantic, rustic, and completely unbothered by time. It's not just beautiful, it's deeply serene. Thanks so much for joining us here at Studio House Design. We hope you enjoyed this journey through Amy Chalmers' romantic and rustic Parisian interiors. If you love the vintage vibes, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment telling us your favorite part. Your support means the world and helps us keep sharing inspiring, cozy decor ideas. See you next time for more timeless style.